Good evening, friends. It's one of those nights where I don't sleep. I don't sleep a lot lately, but I've been thinking a lot lately about friendships and how I've lost touch with many of my friendships of the last 24 years. And now that I'm in my late 50s, I realized that most of those friends that I made years ago are gone. Whether they've moved out of the neighborhood and I'm still here, or our interests have changed, I just don't have them anymore, and I think about them often. But I also thought about being in my late 50s and the positive things about friendships. It was easy when we were younger to have friendships because we depended on our kids. It was easy making friends when we had our kids because we had that in common with people. You had play dates and you became friends because your kids had friends and you'd meet their parents. And you quickly became friends with the parents because the kids, and that's how you had your friend groups. But once the kids got older, the kids started doing their own things and your friend groups kind of changed, or you didn't have the friend groups because your kids went off and did their things and you didn't get to meet the parents that often. So you might have had your neighbors, or you might have held on to those old friendships from your own childhood. But like me, I moved out of state, so my friendships were long distance, and it's kind of hard to keep a long distance friendship because you can't go out for coffee and you can't go out for dinner with those friends. And I found myself pretty lonely for a while. But then I found YouTube. And recently I had to go to our community center just the other day to rent a room at one of our pavilions for my daughter's baby shower. And the day I went there, it happened to be a senior day. Yes. Seems weird saying a senior day because I'm only 58. But I qualify at the age of 55 to be a senior. And that day they happened to have game day going on. And they had pickleball going on. And so I walked in the room because I had to wait my turn to talk to the lady about renting the room. And I started talking to some nice ladies, and they were playing mahjong, and somebody was playing cards. And they invited me to sit down and learn the games with them. And it was quite nice because I had conversation with people I didn't know. And I decided that this coming week I was going to go up there. They have it a couple times a week, but I decided that I might try it out and go and meet some new friends. But with YouTube, I actually started meeting friends. And that's been the best part of being on YouTube, is meeting friends. You find people that have similar interests as you, and you reach out because you've made a comment on somebody's video, and they reach back to you by saying thank you. And before you know it, you have a group of people, like-minded people, funny people, and all of a sudden you have a group of people that want to take a trip together. I look forward to waking up every morning to see what everybody's been up to. We might not live close together, but I certainly feel like I've known these people for a long time. So like I said, friendships are strange. They come and go. And at the age of 58, I was worried that I wouldn't have friends because they seemed to have dropped off after my kids got older. And it's been such a pleasure to realize that it is easier to meet friends as I got older. I thought I was becoming a hermit because I wasn't going out to meet people. And now I realize there's so many ways to meet people. I've lost people in my life that were my best friends, and that's been sad to me. But I'm now meeting new people. And so friendship is very dear to me when you don't have a lot of siblings or people to call up. I consider my tribe to be like family, and even though they're miles away, it seems like they're in my backyard. So I just want to say thanks to all my new friends, and I feel like I'm a part of something right now. And to let other people know that even though you're older, there's so many ways of making friendships. Whether you go out and you join a bowling league, or you go out and join a reading club, or you can go to your church and join clubs. And there are so many ways of meeting people. You just have to think outside the box. And I wasn't doing that. I was just thinking, it's because I don't have kids, I don't have friends. I do have kids, I just didn't have little kids. So I thought outside the box and stumbled upon ways to meet people. And so thank you to all my new friends. And I can't wait for someday that we meet in person. But it's been fun having conversations over WhatsApp or phone calls. And I always look forward to our little side conversations and our side laughs and keeping each other entertained, whether it's pictures of cows, hairdos, new things that we try online, and it's just so rewarding. So thank you to everybody out there, and I look forward to the people I have yet met, and let's keep the friendships going. I'm going to keep going, so you have to keep going, because you mean the world to me. Signing off for the night. Have a good one.